Good afternoon, guys. Afternoon to everybody that's joining me in the trading room here this afternoon. It is 4, or at least 1 minute after 4. It's good to have everybody on here. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Let me know, please. Shira, good to see you, man. You weren't here this morning. Mike McLean, EJ, Ari, Chuck, Fani, Johan, Japi, Hotso, Lafuno, Masejo, Mikhail. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Koleseni, Dr. Nicole, Jabulo, Tabang, Tebo, the Bone Collector, Werner van der Merwe, Mr. W, and Zef. Good afternoon, guys. I hope you guys are good. We're here for the recap. Are you guys ready to get started? I am. I'd really like to push forward and do some work on those US dollar pairs. Pretty disappointing there with the dollar movement there. Would you guys agree there? Mike, did you see that, Chuck? Pretty disappointing. Really thought that there'll be a little bit more movement there with the dollar retracement. But we're gonna go and check out crazy rejection. All right. Just a couple of notes. You guys know them. Is there anyone that's joining me for the first time here this afternoon? I'd like to obviously just welcome you. I'm seeing majority of the guys are regulars. Apart from some of the guys that have joined me 2 or 3 times. Just a few reminders there. Cost me school fees. Mr. W, is I pay lekker? I say. All right. And then, guys, don't forget Mondays to Fridays. That's 1,500 hours for the cutoff time, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Not really expected a pullback. I see the markets usually pull back. Yes, I don't have my, my horn there now. I would have given you a horn because you just said it like a boss. Not really. I expected a pullback. I see the markets usually pull back on a Monday like a boss, eh? Shira, cheapers, man. Wish we had his foresight. Mike, yeah, I'm also very happy that it is listening to us. We have our emergency exit in place, though. It's there just in case, yeah. And guys, just so you know, there are still a few guys joining. You guys know around this time between 4 p.m. and 5, the guys are still coming on. All right, so I'm just allowing them, and then we're going to push forward to see what's happening with the dollar pairs. I want to go over the NASI, over the and so forth, but then I want to move over to the dollar, do a bit of work there. All right, everybody clear? Entered again there, Uncle Richie. DXY like waves. All right. Okay, so you guys are ready. Made a quarter of my target for the week because of that, guys. Let's give Chuck a round of applause. Come on, let's just give Chuck a round. All right, Chuck, you want a horn at the end? You want a bell at the end? What are you looking for? You want the bell or you want it now, you want it at the end. But I give you at the end, and I give you a nice stage, guy, a nice stage, nice presence. All right, Anya, alles orejazo. All right. In that case, you take it cheapest, man. Since when is Chuck so, Chuck, I don't know, is this a phase that you're actually going through here or what? You have to let me know here, please. Is it like a phase, or because you're just coming out, man? What's happening? My word! Did you hear horn? Did you hear it? All right. I'm gonna get you that remixed one. Khotso, he likes the remixed one though. Chuck likes remixed. Just so you know. And then lastly here, guys, you get your phases, don't forget them. These are reminders, guys. I also want to let you know that many of the guys that are joining us in the trading room, all right, majority of our guys, all right, they're coming in, they are looking to get more confidence, really trying to build up that self-esteem within trading, because it's not always about the numbers, it's not always about the technicals, but you got to learn to also build up people's confidence and so forth. And so you don't only do that by speaking, but you got to put concepts in place and simplify them in such a way that it can build it up. So we have a lot of guys coming in, they're brand new, they don't know what's going on, or at least they know the theory, but they are not sure about the application part. All right, so the trading room is here to assist with that. Yes, we have guys here and there that have maybe 5 years experience, 3, 7, 4, etc. But those guys are rare. Majority of the guys is new guys, so they need to be, or the concepts need to be simplified. And then you get guys that have been around maybe a year or two, but they just need to be part of the community. Is everybody clear? They just need to be part of it, just sit in it, etc. And so that also assists them to also gain more technique and so forth. All right, is everybody clear? I speak to so many guys on a daily basis that have been around. They have been to specific mentors, etc., etc. And when they do that, they find a lot of in Afrikaans sounds a lot of hojos. So we together, and so they have to come back, and they really have to go back to the drawing board. All right. Yeah, look, but there's always a way to do it. Like there's a way to do it. You have to do it in a certain way. It's not a fantasy land, so always just bear that in mind. All right, it's a way to do it. All right, it's very, very different from just standing and just giving a specific presentation, etc. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. It's not what you think. Are we together? So I'll say that I'll drop that seed there with you. Okay, is everybody clear? Can I move on? Can I move on? I want to go and really put together the DXY, see what's happening. All right, here we go. Can everybody see my screen? Everybody see my screen? Can everybody see it? Let me know. I'll give everybody 14 seconds. We put it there. All right. So, guys, we are retracing. That's where we start. All right. It's the hour frame here. There's still a few guys coming on. It's the hour frame, but I'm going to switch to the daily. All right. And the reason why I'm going to switch to the daily is because I want us to see what has happened last week. And I want you to really look at these zones that I'm about to point out now. Can everybody see what I'm about to point out? These wicks here is the unfinished business. All right, correction that could possibly come. Now, I asked the question this morning. All right, I asked the question, and this was the question. Will we see price come back and correct this area over here? We had a mixture. There were many guys that said they do see the correction. Let me confirm if there are guys that still stand with that specific stance, or do you guys think this is just a temporal or a temporarily or temporal setback, if I can put it like that? All right, it's a temporal setback, it's a delay, because now we also faced with this dilemma. There's another wick here to the upside. So there's a wick to the upside, and there's a whole lot of wicks here to the downside. So are we going to go down? Are we going to go up? We have what you call, obviously, the US job reports that are coming out. Will that put us in a position where we will correct to the downside? Or is that just a zone that's done? All right, let me see what the guys are saying. Do you guys think the zone is done? And the reason why I am asking this specific questions is because I'm trying to see what you guys are analyzing by yourself. Now, look at this daily frame here. Look at those wicks there, right? Look at the length of the wicks. And I'm going to try and find another place now where there was also wicks where it was not corrected and price just pushed up from there or down. All right, I'm moving. Hold on. I'm just zooming out so that you can see. Let's see here. That was July. All right, let's see if there's anything there. Can you guys still see my screen? I hope I didn't scroll too quick there. Can you guys see it? So there's no long wicks here. Can you see it? There's no long wicks here. Look at this wick over here. Can you, Mr. W? So when you go back in history, now you are beginning to build the confidence of someone that is trying to understand price action. So you got to drop these little things inside people's minds, all right? So look at that wick over there. There was a correction. Can you see it? This is still a daily frame. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back. Look at this. There's some wicks here. Look at this. W, please check this out. Look at these wicks here. Can you see them? So the candle body is very far from them. Please make a note of that. When the candle body, I'm talking about the open now or the close, is very far from the low, that assists, all right, you to understand where the price action is. Is everybody with me, guys? All right, and what the price action could possibly do. Is everybody clear? The Yanks are spending money they do not have. The dollar cannot sustain the strength, just my 5 cents. The Yanks. All right. So we're going to see if that's truth. We're going to see if that is truth. All right. There's still a few guys. Let's just allow them in. Is everybody clear so far, guys? So once again, these wicks are showing us, all right, that the volatility is there. So when you see wicks like this, it shows you that there's a lot of volatility. Now, furthermore, to the downside, look at this. Look at these wicks here. Kira, can you see them? Look at those wicks over there. They also hang really low. Look at this, especially this one. This is the close. Can you guys see this? Close, and look at the low. That's on a weekly frame. All right. Charmaine, which part there? I said a lot, sweetheart. Which part there? Shira said, but they just need to start a war and they sort it again. Can I just mention something on war? Shira, thanks for bringing that up. Ukraine and Russia. Quiet, right or wrong? Quiet, right or wrong? Who's been following? Quiet, right? Now, you guys know when it started out for a month or so, a month or 2 months, did it not dominate the news? Did it not create volatility? Fundamentally speaking now, all right? Did it not dominate the news? If it dominated the news, we were then looking at trades based on what the fundamentals was giving us. Switch now, months later, now it's interest rates. Now it's inflation. Can you guys see the waves of fundamentals? So it starts with something, dominates, next phase happens, we're together, and that dominates as well. So interest rates, inflation is dominating right now. Is everybody clear? All right, it's because they know. This is Shira there because they know now that the user knew about the invasion months before it happened. So did they get the secrets there, Shira? Laik there, what's the next worldly scandal? All right, hold on. But they got tired of the war, kind of quiet. They're still reporting, but more on the implications of the war. Ukraine is also fighting back in certain articles I've seen. All coming out. Biden knew about it months ago. Guys, if you go further into that with Biden and his son, Hunter, you'll find some other stuff there as well. Come and check it out. All right. When you are trading, you got to learn to dig behind what the news shows you. All right. Everybody clear. You got to learn to be a digger. If you're not a digger, forget it. You just trade what you see. All right. You just trade what you see, and that's the challenge. Is everybody clear with that? You've got to be a digger. Can I please just finish off with the daily frame here? All right, we are currently consolidating. You can see it at the levels 108.640 and 108.095. Are we together? And let's just leave it alone for now. All right, if the wick is far from the low, what happens? It means there's a lot of volatility. Charmaine, even to your question, when the wicks are very, very long from the body, there's volatility. I spoke to someone earlier on, and I said to them, you must be very careful with who teaches you and who trains you, because they will sometimes train you to be a specific trader, but that is not within your specific element. All right, so if you see long wicks and someone is teaching you in accordance with long wicks, they are simply teaching you to actually trade shorter time frames. And if you're trading shorter time frames and they're teaching you strategies based on shorter time frames, all right, that simply means you are now a scalper. Is everybody clear? But you don't have the balance to be a scalper. So why are you scalping? Mr. W, does that make sense there? All right. Is everybody clear? So when someone comes with strategies and they tell you about, listen, this is my method, I make money like this every single day, please run. Please run away. Is everybody clear? Rather have someone that can teach you overall. They can give you a holistic view, all right, so that you can begin to train yourself in the way that makes sense to you. Is everybody clear? Can I also say this? There's a lot of guys out there, they only take from people they never give. They only take. They never give. Is everybody clear? Be careful. Be careful of that. If someone just keeps on taking, and they never give, please just run away. That's their own agenda. They'll eat you out. Is everybody clear? Can I move? Let's go to the MT5, 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 MT5. Can I give you some more qualification there, guys? If someone just tells you to trade and they've never told you to stay out, be careful. Is everybody clear there? If someone just keeps telling you to trade, enter, I'm going to enter here, but they never advise you stay out, please move away, because they don't care about the risk. They don't care about your risk. They don't care about your balance. Does it make sense, everybody? And most of the time, they don't know how to exit. And so they're just perfecting entries, but they don't know anything about exiting. Here's the NASDAQ, all right? So we spoke about this entry at 12522.7. We said if we get a break above there, there's a very big possibility we could go to 12,827. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? Hey. Can I please mention this? Let me just say it. I think I'm just going to say it. Okay, maybe at the end. All right, 12,522.7. 0.12827. Is everybody clear with this one? All right. If you are going to trade a shorter time frame, please understand the risk involved. Is everybody with me? Please understand the risk involved. If you are going to trade a shorter time frame, understand the risk involved. The chances are, all right, is that you are most likely going to be in a struggle because of the shorter time frames and what you trade. So NASDAQ, can you make money? Absolutely. Dow Jones, can you make money? Absolutely. Does it make sense? Is everybody clear here? If you make money twice a week, good profits, versus someone that makes money 5 times a week, please ask them how many losses they have made to make that money. Ask them how many losses they've made to make 5 times a week. 5 times a week. They've made money, but ask them how many losses they've made. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? And these are things you pick up as you go along. All right. Is everybody clear this? So is there anyone that got into this trade here based on 12,522.7? 12,522.7. Let me ask the question to the guys here, and I want to hear what the guys are saying. Will your pips always be 10 cents if you're using a 0.01? Will your pip always have a value of 10 cents? Let me ask the guys. Will your pip value always be 10 cents? 0.01. 0.01. 0.01. I'm not talking about a standard contract, one standard lot. I'm referring to 0.01. Will it always be 10 cents? I'm saying no. Why not? Why not? Why will it not always be the same? Whilst you guys are giving me some answers there, all right, can I conclude on the NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen? Can we move on? Can we move on? I'm going to go to S&P 500. It's not done that much, guys. I'm going to our frame. Let's go and look from where we were. We were in here between 9, 10, and 11. So let's say from here to there, 25 pips, not that much. See, depends on the symbol. So around it should always be the same based on the size of the lot. Different securities, when you open it, you can go straight to a higher value deficit. No, I'm asking why price fluctuates. Why? Why? What is behind the question I'm asking you? What is behind the question? All right. I'm going to just drop it with you there. All right. S&P 500, 25 pips up. Didn't move much. Dow Jones, rising wedge, did break out. Did break out. Look at this. Nicole says USD exchange rate. Give me more Ys. Give me more Ys. Guys, Dow Jones. Dow Jones. Is there anyone still interested in the short here? I'm doing this, I'm saying this with a smile, asking it with a smile. Mike? What's up with the smile? Are you interested here? All right. Who agrees with Laik there for a long? All right. So Laik is saying he wants a long here. Where do you want to take it to? Give me a level. Give me a level here. The dollar has found a bit of support there, Shira. But I don't think it's strong enough. If it goes beneath 108.463. All right. TP. $3 to 400. All right. So you see this here. This is a scalping trade. This is a scalping trade. All right, guys. Is there anyone that wants to join Laik in this scalping trade here, 3 to 400? Let's see here, 3 to 400. This is the Dow Jones. 252 pips. Anyone that wants to join Laik in the scalp trade here? Where's your stop loss, Laik? Where's your stop loss? Okay, so open stop loss is not going to apply to everybody. You need to give us one. You need to give us one. All right. Already in NAS long, that shakes. All right. Mikhail, need a break of the previous high. Okay. Mikhail says break of the previous high. Anyone else? Is it only shakes? Okay, stop loss 31950, 31950.94. Got you. All right, got you there, guys. 184 pips away. Let me quickly get a hands up here. Anyone that wants to join Laik in this trade here? It is a short one for NAS. Are we together? Liatle wants to long it as well. Jay not. It's obviously 200 pips, 250 pips. That's nothing for the NASDAQ. It can quickly happen. All right. Is it only? All right. Chuck is staying out. Liatle. He's joining Laik. He's in. Shakes is in. Khotso needs a break above 32178. Lucas out. Ari, nope. Anya, no, thank you. All right, so we're gonna watch it. I'll leave it like this and see what happens, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Can we go to Brent, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna leave that on, and we'll just see what happens. Brent, guys, Brent is moving nicely now above the 100.55. Make sure you have that 108 level there, 108.80 down. Is everybody clear? 108.80. If it closes above that moving average, as mentioned, we can start looking for that specific long. Do you guys remember that moment, Shira? I said to you guys, there's a difference between a buy zone and there's a difference between actually entering into that buy zone. There's a very big difference. Is everybody clear? So at this point, we have gone back into the buy zone. All right, it's a 50-day moving average. All right, it's teasing. That's Chuck. Guys, it's back in the buy zone. It was in the buy zone here and left it. It's now back again. Is everybody clear? Now that it's back again, we need some closing above there. Is everybody clear? The 50-day moving average, to be more specific. Is everybody clear? I'm going to finish off with WTI because obviously they're correlating together. And then we are going to take it to the dollar pairs. All right. Now, you guys know with the dollar pairs, we are looking pro dollar. But there has been a retracement, which is a problem. We're going to go and check gold as well. Yes, WTI and gold. And then we will take it to the dollar pairs. Now, look at this one. We have a 98.46 in place. 98.46. From where price is now to where that's only 29 pips. So obviously 102 is what we're actually looking for. 102. 102 point, hold on for me, 0.50. Is everybody clear there, guys? 102.50. 102.50. All right, everybody clear? Can I move on? Can we go to gold? All right, so there was two areas here, all right, that I had mentioned to you guys. 1724. If you look at the 6 hour, the 8 hour, the 12 hour, are we together? I said to you guys, if you're more aggressive, you will go in immediately. Is everybody with me? But if you're more conservative, you're going to wait for that specific area to be broken and closed under. Is everybody clear there? Is everybody clear there, guys? Is everybody clear? Hold on for me. Can everybody still see what is happening here? Can you guys still see my screen? All right. So 1724 momentum, or the momentum time frame would be better. All right, 1724, the momentum time frame would be better for us to take it to 1685. All right, 1685, that's obviously based on dollar weakness. Is everybody clear? So remember, whenever you're taking the trade, make sure that you take that trade or you take that position based on specifics. All right. If price closed with this week on daily, would it be considered? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If the dollar acts in a different way, then it would not be unfinished business. If the dollar weakens, it's not going to be unfinished business. All right, so it could push up. Is everybody clear there, guys? Like, are you clear there? All right, so guys, 1685. 1685, that is the TP. Is everybody clear there, guys? 1685. Can I move on? Can I move on, good people? I want to go to those dollar pairs real quick, and then we push from there. All right, so here we go. Dollar pairs, guys. USD Swiss franc. I didn't get any responses, so I'm just moving on. All right. USD Swiss franc. We're still looking at 97788. All right, 97788. That specific TP is still in question. All right, or it's still valid. We're seeing unfinished business here. We're seeing a very nice thrust to the top side. Are we together? So this thrust to the top side is very good, creating that high. Retracement into the cycle. That specific cycle now has created, look at this, guys. First cycle created a higher high. So this higher high here is going to be critical for us. All right, if this higher high is broken again for the more conservative trader, they would want to get in. But what's going to be important for many of the guys that don't want to be too conservative, I want to show you something here. Let me just take that off. Can everybody see what I'm about to do here? Let me just hold on. All right, now watch here. Everybody with me? So can you guys see the retracement there? This area here, for us to re-enter. Can you guys see that? If I go to a shorter time frame, can you see this, Mr. W? I've just found the median between those two. Can you guys see that? I found the median between the higher high and the lower low. So did you see that? I found the median to re-enter. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? Let me confirm quickly with the guys, and then I'm going to move on. All right. So a possible re-entry now, 96833. 96833. Mike lost me there. Mike, I went to a minute frame. All right. I went to a minute frame. And I contracted this chart here, and I looked at my higher high, and I looked at my lower low. I then found a median in between the two for possible re-entry now. That's if price moves above that specific resistance. Does that make sense? Does it make sense there? So I found a median here. So you don't want a minute frame to be closing above there. Why don't you want a minute frame? Shira? Why don't you? Okay, so just the thought. You don't want a minute frame to be closing above that to actually take a trade, because here's the minute frame here already. Can you guys see this? And it's not working. It's broken above before. So that's already telling you the minute frame is not going to cut it. Does that make sense? Everybody clear? So now if you go to 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes closed above. Yes. Did it reject? Yes. Is it going to work? Yes or no? 12 minutes. Is it going to work? No. 30 minutes. Is it going to work? No. It's closed above and rejected. Can you see that? Now let's go up. 1 hour. Now we're getting into something. Look at this. Only one. Still rejection. Look at this. Can you see after we go from the 1, now we go 2 hours. We need at least 2 hours up to be closing above here. So you need those bodies. You need the hourly frame to be closing above here. Does it make sense? When I say hourly frame, I'm talking 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. None of them is above. Is everybody clear there, guys? None of them is above. Only the minute frames are above. Don't worry, Mike. As we go on. As we go on. All right, I'll put it together again. All right. Remember, you're looking for the highest probability. Guys, remember, when I started off this session, I mentioned to you guys that the majority of the guys in the trading room are starting out, or at least they've been a couple of months, or maybe a year or so. All right. Guys, this is so important. And there's a lot of guys that are tired of just saying, guys, let's do this, let's do that. People need explanations. So, Mike, what you do, saying to me through your response, you're like, hey, man, I'm lost there, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You are exactly the reason why people need to explain what they do. Because we are tired of people just giving 1, 2, 3, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's it. Does it make sense? You want to understand. We are tired of those guys. That's just a hype. It's just to get you to trade. It's just we want people to understand why they are trading. That's the difference here. Is everybody clear with that? So I appreciate Mike doing that because it lets me know that he's hungry for it. All right. So I'm going to say it once more. Is everybody cool with that? So you can see that the priority is competency here. We're not trying to sound cool and trying to be hip and young and hop and whatever and impressive. We want people to understand. Is everybody clear? All right. So I'm moving back now. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Sammy's with Mike. Khotso says true. All right. So look at this 1 minute chart. Why the 1 minute chart? It's the lowest time frame that we have here. All right. So when we go and put the lowest time frame on, look at this. I'm zooming out now. I'm contracting the chart so I can see the higher high and I can see the lower low here. Are you clear so far then, Mike? All right, Mr. W, you clear so far, right? Shira? So we're seeing the highest high, we're seeing the lowest low. Now, why do we want to see the highest high and the lowest low here? It's because we're trying to see the movement within price within that range. Is everybody clear? The second reason why we want to see that is because we're looking for a long position. Now, for us to re-enter here, we can enter after the higher high. But if we enter after the higher high, we're going to get 70, 71, 72 pips. So we're going to have less pips. Does it make sense? So now I'm speaking to two kinds of traders. The guy that's going to be more conservative, that's okay with 70 pips. Then I'm going to get a guy that's going to say, Ash, you know what? This thing has moved all the way from the higher high. Put on the line chart, Mike. Higher high. Lowest low. Can you see that? Now I have a range. Within this range here, let me take that off. Within this range here, there is a median, an average price, 50% that I want to track. Is everybody clear? Mike, you with me, right? So now I use my Fibonacci. Why am I using my Fibonacci? Because the 50% of a Fibonacci retracement level is a sign of a powerful retracement. Can I say that again? The 50%, once price has gone up and it comes back to a 50% mark, it's telling you that price has retraced. That's detail for you. Does that make sense? If it travels below the 50%, it's just telling you that there's obviously more sellers that want a lower price. Is everybody clear? They just want a lower price. So if I zoom, so from this area here, now watch, from this zone here, let's look at the Fibonacci. From there, taking that area up, look at the 50% here. Has it gone to 50? Has it gone to 50? No, it's at 38. So is this a proper retracement here? Yes or no? Is this a proper retracement? 50% is a retracement once price is pushed up from that specific low there. All right. So 38, there we go, Anya. Beautiful. So 38% is showing you we're still in the buy zone. I hope you guys are writing these things down. Because remember, listen to this. People that hype you, Khotso, people that make things fun, must also have the ability to give people some good meat, good nyama. Does that make sense? Where you can chew it and you can say, yes, I walk away from this specific session and I can actually take this into consideration. If it's above the 50%, there's still a lot of buyers in there. Is everybody clear? But the moment it goes to 50%, Shira, it tells you the retracement now has the ability to possibly go even a little bit lower. Is everybody clear there? Now, in this specific case, we are above the 50. Mpo, we are above the 50, which tells you there's still buyers in here. Does that make sense? Not only that, it tells you about the unfinished business that I am carrying on about all the time. Now, can I take this fib off and then I show you the unfinished business? Is that fine? I'm going to take the fib off and I'm going to show you the unfinished business, right? Watch very carefully now. Here's the fib. I'm taking it off. And I'm going to show you the daily frame and look at the unfinished business. Can you see how the 38 is correlating with the unfinished business? Can you guys see this painting that I'm actually painting for you, this portrait that I'm painting for you? So the 38% is speaking to the unfinished business, which are these wicks over here. Those are the wicks. The wicks is saying the correction still needs to be done. Does that make sense? And it's currently happening. Now, what we're looking for is the entry into this specific buy zone. So now we're going to the 1 minute. And I've put that range in place there, still above the 50%. Is everybody with me, guys? Still above the 50% from a momentum perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Shira, from a 50% perspective on the momentum cluster, we are still in the buy zone here. So the momentum is dictating. Anya, the momentum is dictating that we're still in the buy zone. So we're trying to get an entry into the buy zone, which we have clarified with the fib. It's above the 50%. So now that I got the minute frame in place, I have my higher high there, or my highest high there. I've switched on my line chart so I can see it there. And this is my lowest low. All right, Shira's asking, will it not retrace to finish that lower wick? Are you talking about the daily frame now? Are you talking about the daily frame? Because we have to see this here. This can also just be a rejection. Remember, this can just be a rejection. Because if you look at the hour, there are candles there. Now, Shira, let me give you another nugget here. Anya, are you ready? Mike, when you see the wick that you see on the daily, on the shorter time frames as well, that's a stronger possible retracement back to the downside. Can I say that again? Should I say it again? On the daily, you see the wick. All right? But on the hour, you see candles. Chuck, can you see that? The hour, you see candles, but on the daily, you see the wick. Does that make sense there? So if you see that same wick, or you see wicks on the shorter time frames, which should have been this one here, it tells you there is money that was actually anchored into that support on the shorter time frames, which means that that specific correction won't necessarily take place now. But if you see the wick on the shorter time frames, it simply means there's a very big possibility that correction on the shorter time frames can take place faster. Is everybody clear with that, guys? Sid, I think I asked you about this. It's possible, Chuck. You asked a lot. You didn't ask too much this year, which tells me you've been learning. That you've been processing. All right. Is everybody with me? Mike, are you with me? Hotso, are you with me here, right? You with me here? So on the hour frame, that wick here, Shira, that wick on the daily might not be retraced, but this guy could be retraced there. And this could create a new higher low. Do you see that? Which is up there. You guys see what I'm actually doing here? Now watch now. I have with me here the range. All right. Now in between that range, let's use the fib. Let's use the fib to find what? The 50% median. Mike, this is what you were asking about. All right. So in between that range now, here's my 50. There's my 50. So now look what I do. I'm going to take off the fib, Mr. W. I'm taking off my high. I'm taking off my low. And I'm only left with that median there. Do you see that? Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to say to you, if you look at the minute frame, are you going to take an entry on a minute frame? No. Why? Because it happened before where the minute did close above, but it's still rejected. Are you taking a trade on a 5 minute? No. It's closed above and it rejected. Are you taking one on a 10 minute? No. Why? Because it went up and rejected. Can you see that? So you can already see the minute frame. The minute frame is not your entry here. Does that make sense? Can you enter on it? Yes, you can. But what risk do you stand there, Hotso? Rejection. Because it happened before. It's on YouTube, all right? Shira, this morning, we actually off Facebook now. We're only on YouTube, all right? All right, you go to the live sessions, you find it. So 12-minute is the 12-minute hour entry frame, entry time frame. Everybody with me? No, it's not. It's rejected before. 15, no. Rejection. 20, no. Rejection. Are we together? Now let's go to the 30. No. Rejection. Let's start moving into the hourly world now. Guys, can I please be honest with you here? Would you like some honesty here? Would you like some honesty here? Most of my guys that I speak to, let me be frank with you, they don't know about these 21 time frames. They don't know about it. All right? Any person that you come into contact with that's a trader, please ask them the question that is not with quick trade, that's not set in the trading room. Ask them without telling them, ask them how many time frames are there? Is there anyone that has actually done that? Is there anyone that's actually asked someone and you've gotten the answer 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly? Anyone? Anyone. If you haven't, try it. Hear what they say. Khotso didn't know until you saw it. Thank you for the honesty. Everybody clear? So now look at this. It's 4:46 now. Look at the hour frame. All right. Mikhail says, Ash, like you said, it's easy to place a new order, but when? There we go. There we go. When? All right. Johan, my previous mentor didn't even tell me that. There we go. Zeferino, only 3 time frames. Jesus. Yes. I mean, 3. I mean, guys, 3. Mr. W. You can imagine the chaos there. All right. So check this out now. We are above the median, Mike. We are above the median here. So it's 4:47. It's 4:47 right now. Has the 4 hour closed above there? No. Are we going to enter here? Yes or no? Khotso, are we going to enter here? Yes or no? There is no hour frame that is closed above here convincingly. This is not a convincing close. Does it make sense, everybody? That is not convincing. You need a nice body to close above there, a nice convincing close, a nice follow through. Can I please give you a nice definition of a follow through? Can I give it to you, Mike? You see this high here, that high. When the candle closes above there, that is a very nice follow through. Does it make sense? Is everybody clear? That's a nice follow through. But can I give you something else now? Can I give you something else? Look at this area here. Can you see there? This is like an emergency entry. There, that high. Emergency exit, emergency entry, meaning you're not going to wait for it to close above that high there. Is everybody with me here? Mike, you're not waiting for it to close above there because price here, can you see this area? It's an area of rejection. It's hit that resistance, come back down. Hit that resistance, come back down. Can you see that? But if we get a nice close above here as well, you don't have to wait for this high. Are we together? That's about nine pips away. You have to wait for the high. If a candle closes above there, that's another entry there. Can you see it? Everybody clear? Look at this. This thing really looks like it's moving now. Let me quickly see what the dollar index is doing. Look at the dollar index there, correlating very nicely. Can you see that, Mr. W? Look at the correlation. Shira, can you see that? Can I go further? Can I go further? If price on the dollar index starts closing above here, now you can even start taking that specific trade in the US because now that's a very nice push. Can you see that? Are we together? I'm going to pause there. I'm going to move on. Is everybody clear? 14 seconds. I'm going to move on. I said to you guys, I want to spend time with the dollar pairs. All right. TP still remains the same. It hasn't changed. Hasn't changed. Say we could do this in the previous you did. Yes, absolutely. You can, absolutely, because these are principles. All right, Anya? Yes, EJ, provided you also get closing above on that specific pair. Are we together? Remember, it must correlate, guys. You can't just enter on the dollar. Are we together? But then nothing has happened where? On the pair. You got to go back to the pair. You got to switch between the two. You got to see, guys. That's why a lot of guys think trading is just easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? It's not that easy. You got to really know your stuff. And the guys that say it's easy, they've spent some time refining themselves. And so it's easy for them to speak. All right, guys. But if you're still learning, it's different. And you got to have people that actually accommodate that. Okay. Other guys don't accommodate that. Let's just be clear on that. They don't. All right. It's layers on top of layers. Absolutely. All right. USD CAD. See why we're not getting in here, guys. EJ, Mike, can you see this, Mr. W? Otso, Shira, look how it's fighting. This looks different to the USD Swiss franc. Is everybody clear? Look at the USD Swiss franc on a daily perspective. It's bullish. Look at the USD CAD. I told you guys this morning, this is a problem. If the Brent keeps on increasing in value, it's fighting the dollar here. It's like a specialized pair. I believe this is a specialized pair. You got to really, really, really have some thick skin with this guy. Is everybody clear? Can I move on? AUD USD. 2 times, 3, 4. I'm going to use the word master very loosely here. I'm going to use the word master very loosely here. You got to at least watch it over 20, 30 times if you really want to grasp something. Is everybody with me? Do we have the time in today's day and age? That's a different debate. That's a different debate. Mr. W, do you have the time to watch it 30 times? That's a debate. Most people don't have the time. Does it make sense? But if you truly want to master MPO, you got to put the time in. All right. Can I move on? AUD USD, guys. AUD USD. Look at this. Rejection. Putting on a daily frame. Went up, came down. What is this indicating here, ladies and gentlemen? Look at this. See you, Doc. What is this indicating? Talk to me. Long wick on top, long wick at the bottom. Jay says, I thought rejection without looking at the chart. That's honest. I like that. Uncertainty. Thank you, EJ. What else? What else? Uncertainty. What else? What else? What else? What else? Talk to me. Guys, I'm really enjoying this session because we're digging deep here. All right. Guys, let's give Ari a round of applause there. Volatility. Volatility. Price is jumping. Are we together? Jumping, jumping, jumping. Is everybody clear? Why do you think we trade volatility? Oh, why guys like volatility? Because price can jump quickly from here to there and they can make a lot of money. Does that make sense? Other guys stay out of a volatile market because they don't want to be a victim of that loss. Because in as much as you can make big profits with that volatile market, you can also see big flames. Does it make sense? Mikhail says it's better to scalp it for me. Remember, scalping has pros and cons. You're a scalper, you like the volatility. Trust me, that thing can stab you in the back as well. Everybody clear there? Everybody clear? You can also make a note of this, guys. You can make a note of this. And you know what? I'm going to be frank with you here, Mike. I'm going to be frank with you here. Khotso, Mpo, trading momentum has always been the best. If you're really looking for best, momentum. Does it make sense? Direction. Is everybody with me here? That's why equities is still today #1 in bringing profits to hedge funds, banks, etc., insurance companies. Is everybody with me here? Equities still make more money because they do not go into these 1 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute charts. These guys are putting huge volumes into the momentum of that specific stock and it'll hold it there. Does it make sense, everybody? And when that thing comes back, that thing knocks the lights out. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear, you guys? It's basically the same thing. Are we together? It's basically the same thing there, Shemaine. It's just different terms. All right, unless you're looking at a specific currency index like the dollar, for example, and you find points. Now, the points on a currency index, when it comes to the dollar, there's an appreciation level and there's a depreciation level. So when the dollar index is above the 100-point mark, it's said to being appreciating now, or it's appreciating in value. When it's below the 100-point mark, it's depreciating. Are we together? That is a minor difference in there. But when you are looking at the points and you're saying, listen, I'm moving from entry to take profit, it's 100 points, 100 pips, etc. Are we together? It's distance between two exchange rates. All right. The difference there, if it's above 100, appreciation, below 100, depreciation. All right. Everybody clear there, guys? Can I move on? Can I move on? NZD USD. This guy is standing still right there. Look at this. Standing still right there. NZD USD. Are you guys ready to move on? Can we move on from NZD USD? It looks similar to AUD USD. Can we just see how this daily candle closes, ladies and gentlemen? Is that fine? We'll look how the daily closes on the NZD USD. We'll look how the daily closes on the AUD USD, because both of them is seeming uncertain. All right, let's go. GBP USD. From a daily perspective, we are looking for that specific short to 1.15430. 1.15430. If the dollar keeps increasing in value, we could see this trade materialize here. Is everybody clear? But what I want you to notice here, please write this down for me. 1.17097. 1.17097. Price will close beneath that area there today. I'm talking daily frame now. 1.17097. Then we'll go to Euro USD, USD JPY. Then we'll go to AUD Swiss franc. All right. GBP USD 1.17097. Euro USD. Looking similar. Look at that. AUD USD and NZD USD. Is everybody clear with this? Please write this down as well. We want to see if price, here's a difference now, will close above 0.99593. 0.99593. 0.99593. Will the daily candle close above 0.99593? All right, can I move on, guys? USD JPY from a daily perspective. Hold on for me. This was previous areas here. Let me take that off. Let me just take all of that off. Hold on for me. All right. Guys, we back again. Shira, remember this year, hourly close above H1, H4, 12, 139. We back again. We back here again. It rejected before. This time we're not looking for hourly. Let's look for daily this time. That's 162 pips. Please write that down. 139.274. 139.274. You got that, guys? 139.274. Is everybody clear there? Can I move? You're already watching it. Beautiful, beautiful. Got you, Chuck. All right. Is everybody clear here, guys? Can I please move? Can I please move? Let's go to AUD, Swiss franc, then we're going to go to Euro CHF. This guy, we took another long. There's a bit of rejection here. Is anyone in profits here? Anyone in profits here with AUD, Swiss franc? Fanny's in profits, beautiful. Caesar's in profits, beautiful. Guys, so look at this. Can I quickly share something with you here? On that second trade, Mike, I took my profits. I took my profits. Are we together? The first trade that I have on top here, in this specific area, I took my profits. My exit is still the same. Are we together? Because I've already calculated that with my exit, the profits that I took, all right, today, are you with me? It outweighs the loss. Can I say that again? The profits that I took today outweighs the loss of the emergency exit. Are you guys with me here? Can I say it one more time? I'm adding, see guys, every week I get to add something to what I'm mentioning. Does it make sense? You can't deal with everything in one day. All right. If you are in, it's cool. I'm still in the first one. Yes, I'm still in the first one. Guys, what I'm actually showing you is ways around the chart. All right. Is everybody with me here? I'm showing you ways around the chart. Can I simplify it like this? Guys, can I simplify it like this? A soccer player knows his way around with the ball. Is everybody with me? They study, they become skillful. Are we together? So as an example, let's say I did this. Look at this. There's a 0.01. Are you with me here? There's a 0.01. Is everybody with me here? Now here at the bottom, I do a 0.50. Everybody with me here? So 0.50, look at this. No, so look at this. So from here as an example, right? So from there to there, making far more to pull out. Does it make sense? So the 0.01 that comes down will not be more than the 0.50. Is everybody clear here? Is everybody clear here? It's different techniques. You could have taken a 0.01 there as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys, don't try to find a step-by-step. You have to be competent to find your way around it. Does it make sense, everybody? So if you took a 0.01 there and you took another 0.01, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's different strokes. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with? I'm going to pause for 14 seconds there. Let me make sure everybody is okay. When do we get into the territory of revenge, though? Guys, can I also mention this to you? Please do not rush your process. There was a guy that said, well, guys, people in general, I don't know if you guys are believers of this. If you're in a room with someone that knows what you know, you're in the wrong room. But if you're in a room with someone that stretches you every time, and you're like, how the, I mean, that's the right room. Because that keeps you hungry, it keeps you wanting more. Does it make sense? So if you're in a room and you're like, you know what, just leave. Does it make sense? But when you are in a place where it's like, I don't like, yes, that just got me. That's the right place. All right. Kathy, no, that's not hedging. Hedging is opposite trades, buy, sell. Is everybody with me? So me mentioning stuff like this to you, the reason for it is to stretch you so that you can see there are ways, techniques you can utilize to get the charts running. Is everybody clear there? So just think about it, making more money on a 0.50 versus a 0.01. Are you afraid to lose the 0.01 now? You've made money on 0.50. All right, so let's quickly do this. Hold on. Just to give you an idea. Are you with me? All right, so let's do the emergency exit. Was 66116. Am I right? Guys, quickly give me the emergency exit here. Was it? No, it was not. Just confirm which one, where it was. AUD 66007. Am I correct? Was it 66? Ah, no, man, sorry. 660. Thank you very much. Okay. TP. Look at this. 0.68703. Now that's 0.50, right? All right. Can you guys see this? Look at this. Look at the risk there, 6,000. Are you with me there, guys? Look at 0.01. Do you see the difference? Shira? Mr. W? Can you guys see the difference here now? Are we together? So let's just say this is the case. Let me take my pending up to my position. How much is that? 0.01. My risk is 213 Rand. So if it closes beneath there, Mike, if it closes beneath there, I'm only losing 213 Rand. Does that make sense? But from there, are we together? From there, 0. Everybody with me here? Is everybody with me? Khotso, are you with me? So now 0.50, look at my amount. Am I afraid to lose 213 Rand? If you do, come on, man, 0.20. Am I afraid to lose 213 Rand? Is everybody with me here, guys? Can I pause for 14 seconds, then I'm going to move? All right. Yes. Remember, Anya, this is technique. Are we together? It's not for everybody, but why am I mentioning things? Because eventually you're going to get to a nice balance. So I'm thinking futuristic. So you'll get to a nice balance. All right. You're going to get to a nice balance, which means your technique is going to change. Every level is going to have a different technique. You're not going to trade the same with the 50,000 how you trade with the 5,000. So I'm trying to get you guys to a place where you're seeing different things from different angles, not just one way. You're going to get bored like that. Does it make sense? Mr. W, you're going to get bored like it. You're going to be like, you know what? I think I've learned it all. You know, let me go trade, etc. I'm trying to get you to stretch you to say, you're not going to be the same trader with 5 grand versus 50. You will not be the same trader. It's impossible. All right. Can I move, guys? You worry, Kathy? We'll go over these things again. All right, as we move. That's AUD Swiss franc. Can I move on from this? Euro Swiss franc. What did we say about Euro Swiss franc? Did we enter? No. Why did we not enter? What did I show you about the momentum this morning? What did I show you? We up, right? If we went in for the short, can you see? Can you guys see that? So I showed you the momentum on the higher time frames, and I said to you, where is it retracing? The minutes. It was retracing in the minutes. Look at that retracement there. But it's short-lived. Everybody with me? See you, Jerry. So let's keep this in mind now. Let's keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how it closes here today. All right, let's see how it closes here today. Is everybody clear? Euro, Swiss franc. Can I move on? Euro, AUD. See you, Mike. Good evening, guys. From a weekly perspective, guys. Guys, are you guys learning something here? Are you guys learning something here, guys? There's something, because it's so important for you guys when you leave here to say, listen, man, at least I got something here. Really. All right. So from a momentum perspective, this guy here, let's quickly see what's happening. This will be the last one here, guys. I don't want to bombard you either. Very aware that information can be very, very overwhelming. So I'm not going to be too crazy, okay? And once again, guys, our target market is so important. I'm letting you guys know. Someone that's starting out, I will understand why it's overwhelming. Is everybody clear? Crispin says, I'm really trying to, you see, so that's why you just give a little bit hot. So, you know, you just sneak in there and then you move. Does it make sense? Let the guys just grab and then you process. All right. Most definitely, but it's like drinking water from a fire. That's funny. That is funny. All right. Look at the weekly momentum. Let's get the clusters together real quick. Can we do clusters? First cluster. Let me make this a different color. First cluster. Number 1. We are currently in cluster 2. You with me there? We're currently in cluster 2. What is a cluster? Where price has similar levels that it's reached or touched. Is everybody clear there? From a monthly perspective, there, here, and here, that now is another cluster. So the question is, are we going down to the third cluster? But we gotta finish up at this last one here. Can you see this one here, Mr. W? That last point, we gotta go beneath that one first before we go into this third cluster here. Is everybody clear? Guys, I'm showing you momentum now. Can I say that again? This is you learning to look at the momentum of the chart. All right. How many clusters has it passed? How many pit stops has it gone through? All right. I'm going to just stop it there. 17:13. I don't want to fry anyone. Are we together? Is everybody with me? So tomorrow, 9:30, we're back again. We're going to look at these dollars. We're going to look to see what has happened, and we take it from there. All right. Anya's still here. All right. All right. All right. Shira, you're welcome. Ari, see you, Shira. This is W. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy load shedding. All right, Pani. See you where? Teresa. God, sorry. No, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know, you know. All right, sharp. See you guys. All the guys on YouTube that will be joining. Thank you very much for joining us here at Quick Trade. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.